Jesus Christ. Big brother, no be so.
Is this yours? Okay, it's not yours.
No, I think it's mine. Yes.
Jesus
Christ.
No, this is yours.
No, that's for Big brother, no be so. Jesus. From one thing to the other.
To get this 100 million from Big Brother is not going to be an easy task at all. He's going to push you to your limit. At this point, I feel like Big Brother should just take the 100 million and let these housemates rest. Because throughout this week, it has been one issue after another. Well, we'll get right into it and why I think Big Brother is angry. Don't forget, you are still watching Big Brother Naija Updates here on Leadership TV, and I am Cynthia Onwado. I'll be giving you the lowdown on all that has been happening in the house from yesterday. Well, let's start with the fact that Big Brother has quite tried to frustrate these housemates with let me point out three major things that Big Brother has done from yesterday till today that I feel like he's just trying to get the worst out of these housemates. If he's paying you too much, you take voluntary exit. All right, first of all, Big Brother decided that the housemates would be their own Big Brother. Right? Some people have said that it's a way to show his anger. He doesn't want to talk to them. He doesn't want to interact with them anymore. They don't deserve to be in his presence. Well, they've been doing quite well so far, though not 100%, because a lot of them are still holding back. You see, they will ask them, who is your most annoying, who is your least annoying, and then some of the expectations you'll be expecting based on the behaviors of these housemates, you'll be hearing something different. So I feel like the housemates are not quite open. So what's the use of the whole housemate being Big Brother of the thing? And yesterday, while the housemates were having lunch, I know that Anita, Tofa, and Nelly were seated having their lunch. Nelly has made a scintillating lunch of French fries with egg sauce. Tofa actually said that was his favorite food. And guess what? The ninjas just showed like James Bond in the Big Brother house and started snatching their food from them. Wani and Sandy were cooking in the kitchen and they were already stirring the pot. I think they were making jollof rice or something, and they were just trying to pour the tomato sauce into the pot. And the Big Brother ninja came and carried both the pot, the grinded tomato, everything. He came and carried everything and left these housemates hanging. And the fact that Big Brother actually made them freeze before the ninja came in made it worse. He was like, housemates, freeze. And they froze, and the ninjas were just taking their food one after the other. The one that was already prepared by Nelly took those ones. The one that was on fire took those ones too. So you can't even imagine the amount of frustration these housemates were going through. And right after unfreezing them, he punished some of the other housemates and said that they didn't listen to his instruction of asking them to freeze. Sean, Victoria, Cassia, Handy and Wandy, Onyeka and TJ. He punished them and said that while he asked them to freeze, they were moving and they were disobeying his instruction. So he put them into something like a circular hula hoop, and they were supposed to stand there, and they couldn't eat, they couldn't move, they couldn't do anything. They were just supposed to be permanent there. Don't forget that these housemates are preparing for a wager this week that has to do with something about facing your fears. So they are using a lot of their emotions to act this out into a movie. Big Brother gave them a camera, so they are doing a lot. Shout out to HOH, which is doing the role of director, scriptwriter, every. So they've been quite busy this week, and then stretching them to their limits this far. Big Brother, beg. And then I don't know, the nail on the camel's eye, the camel's neck, is what Big Brother did this morning. He said, housemates, you can now use the garden. Big Brother stopped them from using the garden, took away the garden from them, took away the HOH lounge. HOH is sleeping with fellow housemates, which has probably never happened in the history of Big Brother. So the head of house has a certain respect, the HOH lounge with food, with small chops, everything. But from TJ's time last week, the HOH is sleeping with his or her fellow housemates. Took away the gym from them. Big Brother, I beg now. And he now announced this morning that you can now make use of the garden. And all the housemates, they are running, they're happy. Hey, finally, can you survive it up? And what did they see? What did they see? Big Brother had made a mess in the garden. He had made a mess. He has, thrown all sorts of rubbish. It was like a refuse dump, like an abandoned house. Big Brother, what is it? Are you trying to stretch this housemate to their limit, or you just want them to leave your house for you? I'm sure he's waiting for one person to say, okay, I can't take it anymore, I need voluntary exit, please, this is affecting my mental health. Because you cannot come and sleep and eat and kiss and gossip and they'll just carry 100 million and dash you. Lie, it's not happening. Brother said, no, not in my house, that's not happening. I will stretch you to your limits. You see this 100 million, you will work for it. I will affect your mental health. I will disturb you. I will frustrate you. I will disgrace you. That's basically what Big Brother is trying to do. But to me, I'm just tired, really, Big Brother. You're the one that called them into your house. So what's all this serene for again? Please, you take it easy with them. Especially this week that they are doing something that's quite emotional for a lot of them. A lot of them are talking about their darkest fears, their vulnerable moments. Some of them have sexual assault stories. Some of them have failure stories that they have to now act out and use their emotions. And then you'll not be doing all these things to them. No hot water. No adequate food. The one that they are now preparing, ninjas will now come and carry it. You lock them up in, they just have access to the living room, their room, the toilet, the closet. I don't even think those housemates have seen sunlight in 1 week. How about now, Big Brother? Hey, take it easy. How can you lock people up for 1 week? They can't even see sunlight. They are lacking vitamin D. So you can even imagine how that would affect their mental health. So I don't know. I know he's trying to stretch them, but this is to the limit. And it's it's getting too much. Imagine them bathing cold water. That's the one that I don't even like. He doesn't even give them hot water to even take their baths. So Big Brother, please, someone justice you. I remember the last season during White Money's time, and Big Brother was really mad at them. And then they knelt down and they formed a circle with a song. I would say, Big Brother, we are sorry. We are sorry. Maybe this is what this housemate needs to do. They need to improvise. The thing that is even pissing me off with this housemate is that the more Big Brother is pushing their buttons, the more they're just smiling. Big Brother, I beg, it's okay. We're not seeing, remorse. You get people like Sean that are quite disobedient when it comes to obeying instruction. I know Big Brother is targeting. I feel like I'm not saying he stated, but I feel like Big Brother is targeting Sean because all of the punishments that Big Brother have been dishing out, Sean has been among. Sean, 1 year ex-handy. Sean especially, I think he has a problem with respecting constituted, authority. When a directive is given, you get to see Sean, disobeying or doing something out of what he was told to do. You show Big Brother, please take it easy with this house. I don't even know the source of Big Brother's anger, really. So people are saying Big Brother should just, take his 100 million, give it to himself, and tell the housemate to go home. At least some of them have one sponsored task. Let them use that one to hold body. Because the anger that he's dishing out to this housemate is too much, and they don't even know what they did to him. That's the thing. Although the last rally session that he had with them, he spoke about what defense thing have you done in the house, what juicy thing have you done. When some of them were even criticizing the parrot and say, is that all the parrot has? We thought the parrot would even do more safe. The parrot does not even give him what he was supposed to give. I think that was one that aggravated Big Brother, and the fact that they are criticizing the parrot and they're not even bringing the drama. So it's like, I will deal with you. So Big Brother is really dealing with them and seeing them so down, and just in short, it's not easy to win 100 million. Nothing in life comes easy. So I think he's just trying to stretch their buttons, though it's giving us something to talk about. But when you think about the mental health of those housemates locked up in that place, please, I beg, multi-choice, Big Brother, DSTV, please take it easy with these housemates. They are human beings at the end of the day, okay? These punishments are enough, please. That is me dragging Big Brother now. I don't know what to call it dragging, but I just gave my own 2 pieces. Okay, let's go back to the housemates being each other's Big Brother. We know they started day before yesterday and they continued yesterday. A few of them had their own diary sessions. Victoria, okay, let's start with Kelly Ray. Kelly Ray had his own diary session, talked about the people he trusted the most in the house. That's Cassia, Anita, Nelly, And when he talked about judging people wrongly, he was quite wrong about Suj and Wani. He felt like Suj was not friendly, or Wani was rude, but get to know them as time passes, he saw that he was actually wrong. And another one that stood out to me was Victoria. Victoria had a diary session. Her own big brother was Nelly, so she talked about the fact that the least annoying person to her was Cassia. She could trust Cassia. Cassia was like her sister, her confidant in the house. But something she said about Suj stood out to me, and it has got me thinking, like, what is it? Is there something there? She talked about Suj being, the most annoying to her in the house. He's rude and he's selectively respectful. That is, he selects who he, respect, who he chooses to respect. And that got me thinking, in the first and second week, we saw Suj quite close to Victoria. They had like one or two conversations that I saw on camera where he was talking to her about the need to have a safe space in the house. I think he was talking about himself and the fact that probably he wanted to date her in the house. But Victoria was just, in the first 2 weeks, she was really in a bad mood. I don't know if to call it bad mood, or she was really quite introverted and not quite open to the rest of the housemates. Even one of those conversations, she walked out on him while he was talking. So it was almost like, okay, I wanted something from you, a friendship, and then you didn't reciprocate, and then I moved on to somebody else. He moved on to Nelly full time, like they're in a full ship, like they're dating in the house, doing everything that people that date do. So I really don't know if that is kind of what Victoria is talking about. The fact that, okay, maybe our friendship, you didn't really work on our friendship, you don't look at me the way you used to look at me anymore. Even when Big Brother did like a speed date kind of thing, they had to get to know each other. She said something about Suj being distant. So I think there's something there, and we see her 2 weeks in the house. We don't know if something will manifest, or even outside of the house. I know they even have shippers, people that are shipping them together. So let's just wait and see if something comes out of that. Sean was talking about, his most annoying housemate was his own big brother was Anita. Funny enough, I really thought with how he has been talking about Anita, saying Anita nominated me, blah 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 blah, I thought he would be more open to her to tell her how he felt in that diary session. But funny enough, we didn't really get to see much of that. He said the most annoying person to him was Onyeka. The fact that she always celebrates her wins to his face without even consideration. Like, okay, you won a task, take it easy. The other people lost, and then you go to their faces and you be dancing and screaming. So that was quite annoying to him. But he said TJ is the least annoying. TJ has not really done much to piss him off in the house. Moving on to Tofa now. Tofa said his most annoying in the house was Victoria. Victoria was, rude sometimes. She makes funny faces if things don't go her way, and she keeps things in her heart. She hardly forgives, according to Tofa. Now, they live with each other, so they know what they see. And he said he trusts, Suj the most, Kelly and Victoria the most in the house, and the fact that TJ to her was the most annoying. She couldn't trust. That's Cassia now. She can't trust TJ at all. That during the last face-to-face nomination, TJ nominated her and then came back to apologize to her, and then this second time again nominated her again. So if you want to nominate somebody, why don't you nominate them with your full chest? Why are you going through the corner? Nominate, apologize, nominate, apologize. So that was quite cowardly, to her. Onyeka had her own diary session too. She talked about her friendship with Victoria, that she's unhappy with the way things have gone. She had a soft spot for Victoria, that she's even waiting to see outside of the house what will come out of it, that she's even ready for a friendship outside of the house. She's quite open to it. She's hoping that they can mend, their broken or their fault friendship, and all of that. She said Wani, though Wani is her friend, but Wani is the most annoying in the house. Wani does too much. But to her, the least annoying was Anita. Anita was like a calm person you can always talk to and all that. But when you look at these diary sessions, the expectation to me, this housemate didn't live up to the expectation that I had. They're not quite truthful in some of the things they say. These housemates, they talk about each other in each other's back a lot. They do it a lot. It's like when you're now facing the person, your mouth is not shut. It's not like kumbaya, smiling, all of that. But I'm looking forward to their wager presentation this week. I don't know, I just feel like this particular wager stood out to me, this particular week wager, because I'm seeing a lot of them facing their fears. When you talk about failure, when you talk about sexual molestation and assault, I think there are two people that out there among the both of them that spoke about sexual assault. That's Nelly and Victoria, and it's quite a touchy subject for me. So I'm hoping that they can live through their trauma through the movie that they're making and finally win their wager. I just pray they win their wager, because after all of this effort put into it, it will be quite it will be quite sad if they lose the wager. Well, I'll be back tomorrow with more BB Niger updates. Thank you so much for watching. If you want to leave your comments, you can do that right under the comment section. I'm still Cynthia Onadwa. This is still Leadership TV. Bye.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have